who requested to show them how to make Afghan plain rice. We Afghans call this challow, which is just the plain white rice. So just so you guys know that there are many brand Afghan basmati SELLA rice that you can buy. I will indicate few of my favorite brand names below the video. So if you happen to visit any Middle Eastern stores, Afghan stores, or even Persian stores, hopefully you can find these brand names, or you can go along with the ones you already have at home. So let's take a look at the ingredients for how to make challow, Afghan plain rice. The ingredients to make plain Afghan rice, we call this challow. Here I have soaked about 2 cups of Afghan basmati SELLA rice, and you can see this is a lot for 2 cups. That is because when you soak the rice, it expands its size and it doubles it. So this is about 2 cups, and the max that I soak my rice for about 3 hours. And for the spices to make challow, here I have is a few spices. So we start with salt. Salt is per your own taste, and then majority of people uses either cumin seed, just the seeds itself, or you can go with Chaar Masala, which is the Afghan spice mix for the rice. I have showed you guys a recipe on this already, and it's loaded on my YouTube channel. I'll still put a link this below the video, so you guys can have the link to a Chaar Masala, which is the Afghan mixed rice. So let's go to the making of this. Next, in a pot you will need a generous amount of water. You're going to bring it to boil, and then you're going to add the rice. So when you add the rice, you may want to make sure to drain the water first. You want to make sure that your heat is closer to medium to high, and don't cover the top. Because I soaked this for a few hours, we don't want to overcook this, as in boiling. So I'm just going to boil this max about between 6 to 8 minutes, depending on your Afghan basmati rice. Alright guys, so the rice has been boiling between 6 to 8 minutes max. Before you drain the water, I need you guys to take about 1 cup of water, of this hot water from here, and place it in a bowl. Depending on your rice, so here I'm using about 1 cup. Just keep it separate, and I'll show you what you can do next with it. So the next step here is adding the spices, so we can spread it on top of the rice. I'm gonna start with 2 teaspoons of salt. Salt is per your own taste, and again depending on the measurement of the rice. Next here is you have 2 options, as I mentioned. Either you can use the rice Afghan spice, which is called Chaar Masala, or the cumin seeds. I'm gonna use about 1 teaspoon of the Chaar Masala here. I'm also going to use the cumin seeds, but for you it's optional. You can go with either one of them, or you can use both. So a teaspoon of both here. Important part is the oil. You want to make sure you have enough oil. We Afghans like the grease of oil on our rice, so it's up to you entirely. I'm gonna have about 2 tablespoons of oil here. Next, you're going to give this a good mix, and then we're gonna Next, you're going to give this a good mix here before we spread it on top of the rice. If you happen to forget to save the hot water from the boiling rice, you can use your regular tap water as well. Once you get a chance to drain the rice, you're gonna toss the rice back to the bowl or to your dish here. Once you get a chance to add the rice, now you're gonna add the mixture, so give it a good mix and then just sprinkle it on top. After the spices, you're gonna give this a good mix. Once you get a chance to mix the rice with the spices nicely, bring them back together, then you'll need a spoon or anything sharp like this, and you're gonna make about 3 to 2 spaces like that, so then when we steam this, it gets simmer properly from inside out. So just like this. So next we're going to simmer this. A lot of people uses a cloth first before they place the lid on top, so then we can simmer this properly. But I don't like using cloth, so I'm going to use the aluminum foil here. So it's optional, it's entirely up to you if you want to use aluminum foil or a cloth, or you can just use the lid and place it on top. Make sure you simmer your rice between 20 minutes to half an hour depending on the rice. So for mine, I'm going to simmer this for about 20 minutes, and please do make sure to have your heat on a very low, because we don't want this to get burned. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you guys the rice. So as soon as you smell the fragrance of the rice and you see the steam is coming out of the sides, that's when you know the rice is fully cooked and ready. And also you have to time it as well. So before you serve it, you may want to mix the rice very well first, and then it'll be ready to serve. And here's an easy recipe on Challow, which is the Afghan plain rice. It is an easy step, and today I'm serving this with chicken korma. I also have a recipe on this. I'll put a link below the video. I showed you guys how to make that. But you can serve challow with any type of a gravy, side dish, curry dish, korma, whatever you enjoy. So I hope you guys do get a chance to try this easy recipe of Afghan plain rice. Do give me your feedback. Do share it with your friends and family. And if you like it, give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and don't forget to subscribe.